Hello and welcome to another episode of the FPL Hangover podcast where we raised a bar.
And lower the tone, all things FPL related.
Boom! In one.
Yes!
We haven't been working on that at all for the last 10 minutes. Welcome back to another episode this week. We are happy to be returned. All of the English has not returned to me yet, but no, we're good. We're glad to be back. We missed an episode last week. I was down with the COVID, and we're back now. Game week 29 is about halfway through. The Man City Crystal Palace match is playing as we speak. It was 0-0 the last I looked, and there's obviously a bunch of fixtures left on Thursday this week. So I don't know if we're ever going to have a normal episode between now and the end of the season in terms of like it all wrapping up nice and neat by the end of the week, because there's so much double game weeks and blank game weeks around the corner. But such is FPL. And here with me this evening, you heard him there at the start of the show, my podcast partner in crime, Paddy. How you getting on, my friend?
Not too bad. It's good to be back. Missed you. Glad to see. Jeez, my English hasn't returned either. Glad to see that you survived the COVID.
Yeah, we might have been having a few drinky poos and catching up before we record tonight.
We've solved all the world's problems, but no FPL problems.
Not a fucking bit. We've just been talking films and past experiences. Yeah, no FPL. So this should be new to both of us as we go through it. We do have a show kind of planned though, which is good. You know, nice to start that way. Game week 29 is nearly finished, as I said, but game week 30 promises to be another kick in the arse. It's a blank game week. I think there's just 4 fixtures. People with free hits are tempted to use them, such as myself. There are those who have planned for this game week since, the last couple of doubles, and it's one of those weeks where I just think it's not going to be as eventful as we're going to give it credit for right now in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And I'm looking forward to getting into that chat, but I think first we need to be mid game week wankers and just to see how many points we have here and all that stuff.
Yeah, let's set it up though. We didn't touch on how game week 28 ended. Going into 29, where were you overall rank? How were you sitting?
Oh, I think I was 1 mil. Just a teacher on 1.1 was it? Or was I 900?
You were going into game week 29, you were 838,000, Paddy.
Oh,
you
right.
were on a green, yeah.
Okay, sorry. So I'm on 760,000 now, so I'm on a green still.
Yeah, according to the main website, you're on 747, but you're probably looking at some fancy updated post-auto subs thing.
I'm looking at the Playmaker one, and I think it's taken into...
You triple captained it this week, didn't you?
I did indeed, that's right, yeah. Salah triple captain, and I still think he's going to play.
He didn't train today, apparently, but I don't know what that means. There hasn't been much info about it, but that's a bit worrying. If I was a triple captainer, it wouldn't fill me full of hope.
Probably just took the day off, play Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why not?
Everyone has.
Yeah, he's been busting his ass for a while. He's probably still got a bit of AFCON fatigue. But no, he did go off with a bit of a knock. I think if he can play, he does play. Put it that way. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that means anything, but they're going to want him for this Arsenal match. It's a big game for Liverpool. So, they're going to be doing everything to get him back at least. It's not going to be a case of, we'll just... it's Norwich. We don't need to worry about it. That kind of way. But how are you feeling with the 9 points, the 27 triple captain? If he doesn't play, are you happy?
Yeah, because you know what? It could have been worse. He could have got nothing. So I have to be glass half full. Yeah, he could have got sent off. He could have missed the penalty.
I took a -4 for him against Leicester and he missed the penalty. So
yeah, so look, I'm happy. 27 points. I'd be happier, of course, if he plays even a couple of months. But I'm happy enough with. I took a -4 this week. I got rid of Cancelo and I got rid of Ramsey.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He plays in 30. Who'd you get rid of him for?
I got rid of him for Kulu.
And
Kulusevski.
Who else?
And Doherty. So
you went heavy on the Spurs.
Yeah, I went all in on Spurs. Just pushed the chips all in.
Well, at least you got in 2 players that were also playing in game week 30, so it's not like...
Yeah. They had doubles and they're playing in 30, so I just wanted to go all in.
Yeah, I've seen a few people that either benched Ramsey or got rid of him this week, or our fellow podcaster Seamus, he got rid of Ramsey this week.
Interesting.
Yeah, again for the Kulusevski move, very popular choice. I'm happy with the assist against United, especially when United still come out on top.
Yeah.
But there's the Brighton match is really what I was hoping for, and he's tipping away. Nothing from Son. You've doubled up on the Spurs midfield. You've no Harry Kane.
No Harry Kane. No, I've doubled up, and I was just looking there. I think I don't see a scenario with my transfers, my minus, where I would have started Cody, who is buried third in my bench, 14 points. I feel like getting sick.
Especially because you fucking love your Cody.
Oh, I know. It was so hard. And then I went and threw him into the bottom, to the dungeon of my my bench at that. So.
Yeah. No, you could have maybe made an argument of playing him over Dennis, I suppose. But that's, I don't know how much of that is hindsight and how much of that is,
I know, but I always would play the attacker.
That's the thing. And Watford did win.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of Leeds fans, but they did pick up the victory. Nothing from Dennis though, so
yeah,
not a good that did you. Looking at the rest of your team, you got some of that double Liverpool action defensively, Salah. So you've basically, are you prepped for game week 30?
Yeah, I am indeed. I'd planned to go in. I knew I wasn't going to get a full 11 when I done the wild card. I probably could have, but I thought, as we were talking earlier, I just think it's a wee bit of an underwhelming blank. It's one of those. I remember years ago playing FPL, and I didn't have this knowledge of podcasts and blogs and Patreons and all this. And I remember just winging a blank game week. I had a good captain, and I just sailed through it, and it was fine. So I'm just going. I'm just going to fucking wing it again.
Well, now you've been sitting on a podcast for fucking over a year, and you've prepped you did your wild card with all this shit and knowledge in mind. I don't know.
And I'm equipped. All right, do you want to hear it then? Do you want to hear my team at the minute?
Yeah.
Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players.
Okay.
Right, which I could bring to 9 or 10, with a -4.
Yeah.
I have one free transfer. So I have Cody, Doherty, Rafinha, Son, Kulusevski, and Jimenez and Saka.
Yeah, you've got the 3 Spurs and 2 Arsenal, so that's 5 of them straight away. And you've got Jimenez and
Son captain
and Cody. So I think your team's well set up. Foster, no keeper, but I guess you'll just have to write down.
I've Ramsdale.
Oh, you've Ramsdale. My apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And do you know what? I probably might get rid of Dennis because I want to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'm looking at Leicester players because I know they're going to have a load of doubles. But anyway, that's maybe too far into the future. What about you, Jer? And what's going on in your team?
Yeah. So game week 28 was a bit of a fucking disaster for me. I dropped from 14k down to 30k.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't have my chips. I decided to keep my gunpowder dry, and I haven't played any chips in a while. So I think there's a lot of people wildcarded in 28. A lot of people had wildcarded previously with 28 in mind, and I've just been kind of chipping away at some transfers. So I got a 76 pointer. I think it took a -4, and that knocked me down to 30k. But so far, things are looking okay in 29. I've got 70 points. Again, I took a hit, and I brought in Kulusevski and who the fuck did I bring in? I brought in Kulusevski and Martinelli for Bowen and Trossard. So I was like, fuck it. I wanted to have a bit of fun. I like, having a bit of action in double game weeks. And I don't mind taking a hit in them. So I'm like, yeah, grand. So that's 70 points so far down to 64. And there's still plenty of the game week left. So yeah, whatever. There's, I don't know. I could be sitting here on Thursday night crying, going, I'm down again.
So you didn't use any chips in 28 at all?
Nope. I'm going into the
that was kind of a chippy game week, wasn't it? Like there was bench boost, there was everything was being thrown in 28.
It's been a chippy month, man.
Yeah,
it has. Or chippy 4 game weeks, I should say. It's probably not a month, but I'm looking at, as we mentioned already, or fucking host. I was trying to come up with some insults that wasn't too bad, and I couldn't. But Seamus, he's blasted through his chips now in the last couple of weeks. You could, attacked the double game weeks, as a lot of people have, and there's still 10 game weeks left, and a lot more doubles and blanks, and there's still a bit of this season to go. You know, there's a lot of people kind of going to like basically kind of. I felt like the end of it right here, 28 and 29, the last couple of weeks. Maybe there's too
Yeah.
much hype around. Have you been getting that impression?
Yeah, I have. But I'm not tempted at all to use my free hit in game week 30.
No. Well, I mean,
No.
you've set your team up. I
Yeah,
think already.
I think
Yeah.
Do you think my team's okay for game
Yeah,
week 30?
100%.
Like when I did tweet it out, I was like, I probably get to 9 players, 10 even. I think I'm happy enough. Someone did tweet, but think of all the super differentials you could have. And I just saw a team full of fucking shit Leicester players.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the one that said you want a bit of Leicester action. So,
Hey, but not this week.
well, let's look at the fixtures. Well, I mean, not for 29, but you mean for 30, like.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I want a little piece of them maybe because they have so many fixtures left, don't they? There's bound to be a few more doubles.
Yeah, they do. They have a couple of games in hand. They're going to be announced. Their fixtures are pretty nice as well. I mean, they have Man United in 31, but well, I don't even know what the fuck that means these days. But Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Villa, and a couple of doubles could get thrown in there. So I mean, yeah, everyone will be watching their European match. I think is Thursday. And how does that go? Because if they go through, then I don't know how much they worry about the Brentford match. If they get knocked out, you know, they 100% focus on the league kind of thing. You know, so I don't know. But I guess looking at 30, that's the fixtures. That's the fixture that, if you were free hitting, you'd be like, that's the one you're happy to get a bit of action in.
Yeah.
But you know, neither of us. I mean, I'm debating the free hit. I'm leaning against it. I'm similar position to yourself. I have like 3 Spurs, 3 Arsenal. 3 Spurs, 3 Arsenal. I have no fucking Wolves, but you know, I've a transfer and I've got what 7, 8, 9 players. So if I can get like a -4 sees me pretty much go out with like 9 or 10 players.
Yeah, there you go. And like you know where we said we're going to talk through the fixtures. Like let's just do this right. Like Wolves and Leeds. If you're free hitting, like who do you want there? You want Jimenez and maybe Rafinha.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think, like, what score do you think it's going to be? I mean, it's one of those weeks where you know you can almost not look at. I was going to say not look at form, but you know the way most weeks you're looking ahead, you're going what fixtures are afterwards, blah blah. I mean, if you're looking at free hitting this week, which a lot of people are, or if, you know, deciding whether to or not, you know, you look at these in kind of by themselves, and I don't know. I mean, what do you think that score is going to be?
Well, like, gee, I'd be happy enough. Could be 2-1 to Wolves. Like Leeds, you know, have Leeds bounced back? Who the fuck knows? Rafinha getting out a penalty, could get out a goal, but Jimenez equally could just titter away an assist or whatever. I think 2 players. And you know, I have Jimenez, I have Rafinha, and I have Cody. Like, so I'm like, I'm talking myself out of free hits here. And I'm also,
you don't need to worry about anything like that. But like, I think you're right. I think like for Leeds, if you think Leeds are going to do something, Rafinha, and then as you said, I mean, do you think Jimenez has got his place back now?
I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that'd be the real fucking sickener, you know, if he starts on the bench again.
Yeah.
I think he does too. I mean, you know, it's a home match against Leeds. I fancy Wolves in it. I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of wondering. Like same as yourself. Like, what kind of Leeds are we gonna get in terms of, you know, they're still settling in with their new manager. They got their ass kicked last week in 28 against Villa. They did beat Norwich, but I mean, what, 95th minute winner. I didn't see the game, so I don't know. You know, I heard Rafinha was supposed to have been fucking, you know, lighting up the place, and he just came out and it was was unlucky to, you know, only come out with an assist. But
and I took that with both hands, that assist.
Yeah, I was happy.
You know, it was a late one, wasn't it?
28. It was a late one. You know, I captained him in 28, did fuck all. So to see anything come out of this, I was like, yeah, okay, grand. I mean, I'm putting it down. I think Wolves are probably going to keep Leeds. I mean, if Leicester could keep Leeds out, you know, I think Wolves might be able to. And maybe your classic 1-0 Wolves. But I still would like Rafinha in my team. You know,
yeah.
Like, I mean, you have to have 11 anyway.
Do you have any players in this fixture?
I have Rafinha and I have Sa, but I'll be playing fucking Ramsdale, so I won't worry about that. I probably see, that's the big question for me this week is like similar with you. You've got Dennis. I'm looking at maybe making a transfer up front, and the question is, do I go Leicester or do I go safe with like Wolves. I mean, you have him in as already, but
Yeah.
everyone's talking about Ivan Toney. He's the cool kid. Of the last 2 game weeks. What's he got? 5 goals now in 2 game weeks.
Yeah, must do or something like that. Don't know.
Do you have any interest in Tony? He's the one everyone's chatting about.
I
Come
mean,
on.
like, yeah, like I would look. Come here. I might be looking at Tony if I'm making a transfer, but I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some. Maybe. You see, I would rather get if I was making a transfer. Like I'm thinking, the transfers are getting scarce now. I think I would rather bring in a Leicester player for the running. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. That's the only game that I don't have any players in. I have no interest in that game. I mean, I have interest, but I don't have any players playing in the Leicester and Brentford fixture for the blank.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those ones where not a lot of people have. I mean, like no one's really been touching on either of these teams for a while, and all of a sudden it's probably the tastiest fixture in the game week, with maybe the Wolves Leeds match kind of as well. But I haven't got any. Free hitting. You'd be kind of thinking maybe pick a team here. I think Leicester are the favourites. I wouldn't know what the fuck's going to happen up front with the likes of Daka and Iniacho. I mean, everyone will be watching that team Thursday night, seeing who starts, how to get on. But the other man then for Brentford is on fine form, and we know Leicester are weak at the back. He's on penalties, cheap as chips, 6.6 or something like that. And then you've got Christian Eriksen, who's also, if you were free hitting or something like that, you're kind of
you take a wee punt.
You take a fuck, I mean, I definitely, if I had to get 5 out, I would think I would love to have him back in the team. For like
if you're free hitting, you're allowed. You're going to have like a few little sneaky weapons.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun, but I do think then Leicester could just come out and smash them 3-0.
Oh, there you go. But all eyes on Thursday to figure out who that Leicester player could be. Like.
Exactly. Aston Villa, Arsenal. That's another match. Like a lot of people going into this game week are going in with at least 2 Arsenal. I think you've got your 3, don't you? And I've got 3.
I've got 2. I think I've got Saka and Ramsdale.
Okay, so that's an option if you were looking at maybe going in a bit on Arsenal. Any interest?
Well, you mean to go in for another Arsenal player?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got a nice fixture in 30. They have then Crystal Palace, Brighton, Southampton.
You see, it's money as well.
Yeah, it is, but who are your 2 Arsenal players?
Saka and Ramsdale.
Yeah, so I think if I was to list out the other options there, you've obviously got Tierney in defence. Martinelli in midfield, I think, is a cheapest chips player. He offers a good shout, good differential at the moment. And there is Lacazette, who's like an expensive lump up front. But
yeah, I don't think I'll be going near Laka. I mean, but yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'll only be looking to get him out again.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But there would be no rush with Arsenal's fixtures.
But I mean, talking about free hit here, perfect. You would have Lacazette in there probably.
Yeah, but looking at your team here, like your midfield is pretty much set for.
Yeah, I think it's my forward line I need to sort out for the game week 30.
Yeah, I mean, and that's even like at a push. Like I wouldn't be going. You wouldn't have to do anything mad. But yeah, looking at your team, like the likes of Dennis and Broha, same 2 strikers as myself. You've no Kane, but you've settled in on your 3 Spurs players, so that doesn't matter. You have that kind of option of messing around with your striker up there, and I think something like a Leicester forward, or as you said, like I can't believe you were the voice of reason there, going, yeah, but sure, it's long term. I don't have transfer. Transfers are precious now. I totally forgot about that. I've gone mad with the amount of chips that I've got left, and I don't know. I think I'm chip blind. Is that a new?
That could be a new phrase. You've just coined a new phrase. You're chip blind.
You're chip blind. I mean, it's all I can see is what game weeks I want to use the chips in, and I'm not really looking at those single. I mean, if I was paying attention, I wouldn't have fucking got in San last week. I would have got in a Wolves defender because I didn't need 2 playing keepers in game week 30. But up to last week, I was convinced that I was free hitting, and then I looked at my team and I said, shit, I have most of the players I want already, and I don't know if I want to blow a free hit on a couple of random fixtures. I mean, like that, even that Arsenal Villa match, I have 3 Arsenal, but there's plenty of people who have the likes of Coutinho, Ramsey. I mean, Villa could get something at that, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they could indeed, but I think that when you're looking at that fixture, like, and whether free hit or not, the ratio would be more Arsenal anyway than Villa. Like, so
Yeah.
I've got my two Arsenal players. I'm happy enough. I'm not free hitting, and I've no Villa, and I'm relaxed about that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not.
In
I'm
this
not.
kind of game week, you wouldn't give a fuck even if you
Yeah,
had Villa. You'd
I
be
just
just
need
happy.
to. I'm just going to survive this game week. Anything's a bonus. Like, I'm expecting a red, but I'm not expecting a huge red. I might even get a green. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it there. Like, survive this game week. I think, like, even with a free hit, like if you were to free hit, it's hard to attack it. Do you know that
Yeah,
kind of way?
that's what I mean. There's nothing there that
Most people won't already have covered.
Yeah, I think that I've got the players that people
Could
will
do the
be
damage.
the main players that people are going to be bringing into their team to attack the game week.
Yeah.
Who am I worried about? Fucking Harvey Barnes, maybe, and like some
Tiny
another
ownerships.
freak fucking cash goal or assist for Villa. I've got them. I've got me nukes.
You do. What other fixture have we got? The Spurs West Ham match. So yeah, we kind of touched on Spurs. I mean, it's like one of those, it's one of those matches where if you don't have the players already, you know exactly who you want. Do you know that kind of way?
Mm.
If you have only 2 spots, and depending on the funds there, it's easy to find a third. With the defensive options there, Doherty. He fucking flew up last week in ownership. Yeah. Everyone has him now. I had Davies kind of sitting there thinking, oh, no one's really going to get in on the Spurs action, and he's 4.4 now. So again, bargain basement kind of option for Spurs, and now everyone has Doherty. So I'm sitting there with like the fucking cheap, little version. But he didn't play great against United, so there's hope that maybe he gets rested against Brighton. That's a non-Doherty owner can.
This is the rank herder for me, the Spurs game, because like I don't have Kane, and like Kane will be captained. It'll be like
he's gonna be massive.
It's massively captained. It's gonna be between him and Son. And I just basically, if Son can do something or equal, or if Son and Kulu can fucking match Kane or whatever.
I think if you've got
survive,
Son, you can be happy with the armband there.
I am. I'm happy with it.
Maybe you get Salah out this week, Paddy. Go.
Just fucking
tear your team up.
Just tear it up. But I have kind of answered one of my own questions from earlier there when we were just looking at my forward line, and I don't see another option on my forward line. I think I do bring in Tony this week. I've got the exact money if I get rid of Dennis for Tony. So,
you were laughing at me 10 minutes ago when I was talking about Tony. You were like, fucking Brentford.
But then I checked things out, and I can't afford anyone else but Tony. So
yeah, for one move, one free transfer.
One free transfer for a player that's playing, and then that brings me a player in every match that I need to.
I would look at before you make the move. Like I've been getting in the habit.
I've made it.
Oh Jesus! Just right there.
Just right there. Just made it.
Yeah.
Happened. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've been getting in the habit. Like I know every fucking podcast has talked about this FPL.team site, but it is really fucking handy. I know you kind of have something similar on one of your apps, but yeah. Well, I mean, this is the perfect planner. It's super handy.
Tell me, what does it say?
No, it's just like a really kind of throw in your team ID, and you can just look at what you're doing in 30 and 31 and 32 and stuff like that. Instead of doing the old-fashioned like Excel sheet, it's just you can just see what a couple of moves, and I've been getting in the habit of that.
Right.
I can't remember why I brought it up, but
hashtag ad.
No, it was something to do with you can throw your team in and see how you look for 31. Because that's the thing with Tony, is he does have Chelsea in 31. Pretty okay.
Well, at least they can fucking bench him then.
That's the thing. You can probably bench him,
Because I built up the team, to have a strong team, but I mean, I just need someone this week.
See, his fixtures aren't great in Chelsea, West Ham, Watford, and Tottenham in the next 4. So, I mean, it is kind of
You'd be rotting in my bench then, yeah.
Yeah, and you might be annoyed at yourself. But, I mean, I think keep an eye on that Leicester match. Maybe that's the fucking play.
I can't see a way into Leicester without a -4,
It's kind of, I think, again, it's fucking, I hate speculating on the Thursday match. But yeah, it'll depend largely on that. If a couple of players get a rest, like the likes of Madison or a Barnes, all of a sudden, although as I said, there's no one in your team, and that's actually another thing this week. There's a lot of teams midfield options. Just so many midfield options that they're
Yeah.
like a lot of people have their midfield already full, especially with the fact that Salah is going to be sitting on the bench for most people. Do you know? It is really the kind of forwards and then defenders that are boring. You know?
Yeah, there's not. It's a underwhelming game week. Like, I mean, people
Well,
are
it's a blank. Yeah.
people are going to free hit and let them free hit whatever. But I'm quite happy not free hitting. I'm keeping my free hit for the big fucking juicy double that's going to come up or something.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna fuck you free hit guys. Look at this. This is how you use a free hit and just press the button and they'll be looking at my team going, fuck, we wasted our free hit on a team that everyone already had, like Son and Saka, and like, why did we do that? So we could have Harvey Barnes and Madison and Daka or Barty.
To play devil's advocate, you will be free hitting in a week where most people will kind of have it'll be either such a big fucking week where people will probably have a lot of the same players you're targeting as well.
Yeah,
I mean that's the
they'll
question.
Be all taking hits for them.
Do you look for the weird game week? Because I'm sitting with that free hit. Had planned to use it in 30. I'm carrying it over. Like, would you look, Paddy, for the kind of the... Do you know, because we're going to have a couple of game weeks where it's not the big 36, for example, is going to be huge. But the likes of 33, 34, they could see a couple of teams double. Same with, I think, 37 could see a couple of teams double. And that might be something, do you know, that you can just go, oh, look, these are a weird little kind of 1 week paradise for free hitters, as opposed to the big motherfucker in 36.
It's going to have to, call out at me. There's definitely going to have to be a double there, 2 juicy doubles. Doesn't have to be teams like playing shit
it's
teams.
It's probably going to be like fucking Everton and Burnley, and you're going to be like, oh, Jesus.
Fuck, yeah. Just load up on fucking nothing. But, look, I'm going to keep it for doubles. I'm keeping it for the doubles.
All right, I get you. I think I'm with you.
I mean, like, we've looked at that. We've looked at it. Like, there's nothing jumping out there that we don't already have.
No, I think so. I think the big question is going to be captaincy, and even that's a bit dull this week.
It's Kane or Son.
Yeah, I think Spurs. I mean, like, who would you make? Would you make a case for Jimenez against a Leeds?
Nah, sure.
A porous Leeds backline.
Yeah, well, no, I would love to make a case, but you don't even know if the con's going to start. Like.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think like last week when I was eyeing up the free hit, it was prior to Jamie Vardy's injury, and I was thinking, oh man, that would be the job. If he had kept his fitness back up, and you come in, boom, all of a sudden you've got a perfectly weird captain. Because I'm happy to go with Kane, and I would be happy to go with Son too if he was in my team, but that West Ham match isn't going to be too easy. That's going to be tight.
That's true.
So I mean, I'm not expecting Kane to come out with fucking a massive haul, which is a pity. But I'm just happy to have a premium option to captain this week, same as yourself.
And you wouldn't be tempted with any West Ham guys?
Well, I mean, they all fucking got injured at the weekend, didn't they? I mean, Antonio went off, Cresswell went off, Bowen was already out. So I mean, like, West Ham are pretty fucking... I don't know who's going to make it back for Thursday, or for the next weekend, but I don't know. When is the fucking fixtures actually? Game week 30.
April 2nd is the
it is, yes.
It's the next one.
But I mean, like, as you said, that's kind of game week 30 locked up. I think we're going to shove it over to the mini league. We won't have obviously fresh updates tonight for the current state of affairs, but we'll look at who's currently on top, and you're going to hit us up with some facts from last week, Paddy.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
for game week 28.
Yeah, for game week 28, because they need to get their dues as well. No,
100%. So basically, at the moment, before you pull up some of the game week 28 stuff, the current table still on top is Ian Quinner's winners, sitting on a measly 2,057 points. He's currently, Paddy, do you know what rank he is in the world?
No.
224.
Wow.
Do you know what rank he is in Ireland?
Number 10.
Number 10. Well, probably. I can't.
I fucking know.
10. He's 10. He's exactly 10.
And you fucking laughed at me.
Well, no, I was laughing at myself because I couldn't find the fucking thing. I was like, I can't believe I lost it. But yeah, 10th in Ireland and top of the FPL Hangover League. Which one means more? I don't know.
Hangover League.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, there you go. So we're all kind of rooting for him. If he could kindly keep it up. I mean, secretly we're not. It's like, but publicly, 100%. But yeah, it's tied up there. Up his ass is Martin Baker I think he's from the Above Average FPL podcast. He's
Up his ass.
Up his ass, yeah. He's having a great season as well.
Such a name.
He's right up there as well.
He's right up his ass as well.
Yeah. A top 683. So it's a tough league this year.
It's tight at the top.
Yeah, as you know, Paddy.
Yeah. Well, I beat 52 people in the league this week.
Did you?
I was better than 52 people.
Was that this week or was that last week?
Oh, sorry, last week, because this week's still going. So I was 35%.
Who knows how many you're going to beat this week?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll just go to Game Week 28 there that was just passed. And we will talk about the highest and lowest points. So first of all, we'd like to congratulate Pork Chop Express, which is Stephen McKeown. Do you know how many points he got?
132.
Would that be good?
Last week, Game Week 28? Yeah, it would be pretty good.
Well, he got 156.
Oh, fuck me. That's a lot.
156 points. And the Walk of Shame, and it is shameful. I don't know this guy, who he is. Can you kick people out?
Yeah, I can.
Well, kick out Shady FC, who's Prab Gill. 23 points. How do you even get 23 points?
Why would I kick someone after having a bad game week, Paddy?
It was so bad.
You'd have been kicked out long ago. If that was.
Oh, fuck you. So anyway, that's shameful. 23 points. So the risers and fallers in the league. The highest riser this week, who came up 23 places in your league, is our old friend Cal Byrne, FPL Crypto.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he smashed it in 28.
And of course, Stephen Keown rose 23 places as well with his amazing score. Piston Dean Smith, minus 21 places. So let's see what else. Oh, I love this one. Most points on the bench.
You do love this one. You bastard.
This was a bench boosty game week as well.
It was, yeah. Not 29 though, because that's been a bit.
Well, Seamus Kennedy, the Rossies, you should have bench boosted.
Oh yes, you did. I actually saw Rossies.
34 points.
That was a hell of a bench boost week.
Trent.
That's more points than the guy you mentioned beforehand's entire team.
Why has he got these guys on the bench? I'll never know. Like, maybe he tried to bench boost and it didn't work, but like Trent's on the bench.
No, it's the double game week, allure of the double game week. It happens. It's a siren call. When you have those players that are playing twice, you tend to put.
I wouldn't have benched Trent.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, and I think he's probably was kicking himself. In fact, I know he was kicking himself.
There you go. Well, anyway, Trent was 12 points. Kula Veseski, or whatever the fuck. We'll just call him Kulu.
Yeah, Kulu.
10 points. Dyer, 6 points. And Drew Brabeck, or whatever fucking name is, 6 points. So, again, just one more time. Most points on the bench. Seamus Kennedy, 34 points. Right, so transfer genius here, best and worst transfers. To Dr. M. Stevens, Darwin FC. I love that. Hope he's a real doctor, and he's called his team Darwin FC. So he took a -8. Okay, he got rid of McNeil, Cornet, and Cancelo.
Okay,
and he brought in James, Mount, and Havertz. And McNeil got 2 points. Cornet got 1 point and Cancelo got 2 points. The guys who he brought in, James 18 points, Mount 16 points, and Havertz 26 points. Now that's not even including in captaincies. He probably captained one of those Chelsea guys. Maybe he didn't.
Yeah, potentially.
But that's how you do a hit. The worst transfers go to De Gea, Javu, Adam Cotton. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
And he got rid of Ronaldo, got 0 points. That's fine. He brought in Kane, 13 points. He got rid of De Bruyne.
Not laughing this week, though, was he?
No, he got rid of De Bruyne, 18 points. Brought in Livramento 1, Kufal 0, Salah 3. So he got a -9. And the best differential, 9 people in your league had this guy. Only 6% owned, 9.2% ownership overall, 29 game week points. Who is he?
Oh, 29.
Yeah. Show me the money.
No.
Matthew Cash.
Matty Cat.
Yeah, and these dippers are.
All I had in my head was Coutinho into it. He's definitely not that ownership.
Well, you were close.
Oh,
Well, not for the ownership now, obviously.
no, that's what I was like. It's not him.
Let's see if we know anyone here. Mark Scallon, Ben Cook, Chris Matanda, Alan Jennings, Frank Fallon, Tom Knowles, maybe
They all smashed it.
Chauncey, Tristan Davis, At Your Aunties, and Simon Doody. Well done.
Boom. Cheers to that, Paddy.
No worries.
Bit of a whiz at the old fucking stats. I like it.
It's like that.
Yeah, but it's still a lot to go in game week 29. So best of luck to everyone out there. What else have we got lined up? Nothing. Are we done?
I think we're pretty much done. Recap, captains. No, we've done. We went through, like, it's a small game week. So
it is a small game week, and it is a mid game week as well, which is it's one of those ones where you're like, oh, I need to talk, but not a rake to talk about, and I did miss you all from last week. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it there. Tell everyone where they can find you, Paddy.
You can get me at fplviking_ on Instagram, and you can get me on Twitter at that's FPL Viking _ on Twitter, and you get me the Viking Dippers on Instagram.
Excellent.
There we go.
Yeah, and if you want to reach out to us, you can get us on Twitter at FPL Hangover. You can also send us an email. That's fplhangover@gmail.com. Yeah, if you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, subscribe, the usual jazz. Do it all. It helps. And yeah, enjoy game week 30. Don't get too stressed out about the blanks. And most importantly, God bless.